sobre un chico que arruina la vida de su madre.
Wait. I don't know, I just thought the idea was funny, kind of like, you know, I just love the idea of, you know, I'm lucky, I have a wonderful, sweet little bunny at home. My son is 7 years old, he's like just cute, you know, just sweet. But I have friends that have kids that are more work, that are complicated, destructive, self-destructive, even worse, you know, and that are making their life quite difficult, you know, and I thought of those people, and I just thought, you know, this is a great kind of material for comedy, you know. And I remember seeing films growing up, like, you know, what is it, The Bad Seed, which was a 1950s movies, or Children of the Dam, which I show in, you know, where the children are, you know, kind of destructive. And I've always thought it was more fun than anything. In a weird way, people have made drama so far, but I always thought it was more interesting and funny. You know, I love to take Freudian issues and turn them into comedy. I mean, like, you know, like the Oedipus complex, but turn into a comedy, you know. Not something dramatic, you know. Especially nowadays, you can't make a drama about Oedipus because there's not this passion anymore. It's all about self-achievement and, you know. I mean, Lolo is like the antithesis of Oedipus. He's not in love with his mother. He just wants connection from her. And the minute she's alone, he leaves her like an old socks, you know. But then when she finds someone, he takes over and he destroys everything, you know. It's a bit like our society. To me, represents our society nowadays. It's like lack of empathy, you know, only interested in something they can't have, and completely self-involved, you know.
Kind of laugh at her in a way.
Yeah, because she's neurotic, she's not perfect, she's completely oblivious to her son doing. She doesn't see it. She doesn't see that he's completely destructive. She's you know, she's blinded by her love. So she's completely like, you know, in a way she's a perfect victim, you know. She really thinks her son wants good for her. She doesn't see what he does to her mind. A lot of people that are victim of sociopath, it takes them a long time to understand why they're feeling insecure, neurotic, confused. They don't know. It's like the film Gaslight. Basically, you know, he makes her crazy, but she doesn't know what's going on until finally the cop helps her and realizes that he's going around, in that film, Gaslight, going around to walk in the ceiling to scare her and make her crazy, you know. But she doesn't understand at first, you know. Especially when people are in love. And what is stronger than the love of a mother to a son? Like, it makes you completely blind, you know. You know, I don't want to make big statement about feminism because people always get angry at you in the end. I mean, you know, it's for sure more complicated for women, director in this business, than it is for men. That's no doubt. It annoys men when people say that. I understand because if I wish they could be in my shoes for 5 minutes and be in the business meeting, and I think they would understand a little more what I mean by it's more difficult. I think there's more, you know, doubt about women being able to manage a crew, to be in charge, you know, all that stuff about able to manage decisions and everything. There's still in people's head this idea that women can't make decisions. Even in some women, in the back of their head, you know, there's still a little bit of that left, you know, or that women are hysterical, like they can't control their emotions, you know. A little bit of that. So it scares, you know, it's a little, you know, I'm doing okay, personally. It's still a struggle for every film, but I'm doing okay. Okay.
40, 45, you know.
Well, finding love, finding love in your 40s. You know, I mean, you're being judged being a woman. Like if a woman goes out with a man who's 10 years younger, she's a cougar. You know, men go out with women 20 years younger, no one gives a shit, you know. There's always more judgment on women. So, you know, I kind of like to make fun of that. And she's a woman she's managed a professional life, but the price to that was that she gave up her woman's life, basically. She's never really had a long-term relationship that worked. But what she doesn't know, and what we think at the beginning, it's because she's too focused on her work and her kid or something. But what we realize is that on top of it, her kid has been making it impossible, you know. So basically, she's always thought that she's never been able to manage a relationship, but at the end, she realizes that maybe, you know, her son was also responsible for it, you know. Or not. Because like her son says, at least 50% they left because you're a pain in the ass. And he's probably right, you know. Because life is not black or white, you know. It's not just the evil kid. She's also not, you know, she's got issues too, you know. Thank you.